Welcome to the Brownwood Brown. Welcome everybody. It's the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show. It's a Monday, if you haven't guessed. I'm Derek Stuckley, along with Brownwood Lions head football coach and athletic director Sammy Burnett. The regular season is here, Coach. The first Monday of the regular season. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. We got a good group of kids working hard and high expectations. Had a great scrimmage last week and had some time to game plan for Wiley, so implemented that today in practice. So excited about the season, what's happening.
Well, let's go back to the scrimmage last week against Lampasas. Obviously, the highlight was the live quarter, outscored them 28-6. Just what stood out to you the most about the scrimmage last week?
I just think our kids going out there and playing and dominating. We scored 28 points in one quarter. A lot of that's predicated on what our defense did. We forced them to punt. We wind up scoring. We get an interception, wind up scoring. We get another interception, wind up scoring. So I do think defense wins championships, and our guys were flying around and playing good football. I think we got beat over the top twice. That may have cost us in the scrimmage, and that's just a busted assignment. Other than that, you fix those. I don't think they get on the board, and I think our defense is right where we want to be offensively. I see a young man at the quarterback position that's growing daily. Our offensive line is meshing together. We got good receivers, good running backs. So all that's, you put that in the pot and stir it up. It's all, leans towards hopefully some success this year. Use preseason again to get ready for that district race and win that district race, and then go to the playoffs and make a big run, and that's the goal.
All right. You mentioned you got the new defensive scheme this year. Sometimes when you put in new schemes, it takes a while for the kids to catch on. Why do you feel the kids have taken to this so well and are having the success they're having?
The simplicity of it, them understanding what they're doing. From the defensive line, they know if they have this stunt, they got this gap. That's their responsibility. Let the linebackers fit where they fit. If you go in motion, it's a balanced defense. So if you go in motion, it doesn't affect us. We don't have to bump. There's a lot of things that we don't have to do that we did in the past. We know that we're going to be in this coverage or that coverage. So it's a simpler style of defense. It allows you to play fast. It allows you to, just sort of overwhelm people by your movement. And that's what we need to be. We need to be able to move. We're not real big, but we got kids that can run. We got kids that'll hit you. So we want to disguise what we do in the secondary, which we do a good job of that. And then up front, we're able to move around and use some of our strength, to control the line of scrimmage with our big boys, but yet fit and move and make, turn butts from those linemen and let linebackers run off of them and make plays. So I really like it, and I think it fits our kids well.
You mentioned Ike's development. I think the scrimmage against Lampasas, he really showed what he can do with his arm and his legs. Just your thoughts on his performance Friday.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen, the best of Ike Hall yet. I think he's got such an upside and such potential that he just keeps learning and keeps growing and keeps developing his skills and becoming a master of his position. Not only just, on the field, but in the classroom, understanding the better he learns coverages. And when he's watching film, if he can see, I see that and that's this, I see that and that's this, and he understands what they're trying to do, the better player he becomes. Like I said before, knowledge is power. And once he gets that knowledge and he applies that to his God-given ability, he's going to be something special. And like I said, he's a junior. But, man, every time I watch film on Ike, the things that we're focusing on him with to fix that week when we go to that game, he has seemed to have fixed it. So I'm looking for great things from him this year, for stay healthy. And he goes out there, he's going to make things happen. He's a dual threat. So we're excited to have him, and he's right where he needs to be.
All right. Talked a little bit about the positives. What do you want to see corrected from Friday?
I think we had too many drop balls on offense. Too many drop balls in the controlled part of the scrimmage. We fixed that in the other part, in the live quarter, but you can't start off slow like that. So I think just focus on the fundamentals of securing that football as a receiver. And then I think we busted a couple protections. So just, the gel of that offensive line defensively. I think we're flying around. Like I said, we play base defense and base coverage, both scrimmages. So our kids moving and knowing their fits is going to be important. But yet just being physical and being fast. Get there. I tell the defense, you can tell how passionate you are about defense when you can see how far you are from the football when the whistle blows. So I just want to be overwhelming and want to swarm, the ball carrier, the receiver, and make great tackles. I thought we missed some tackles last week that we should have made that gave them extra yards. But all in all, like I said, I think we're ahead of where we've been in the past this time of the year. So, we're going to play a strong Wiley team, which we'll talk about Wednesday. They're very big up front. But we feel like we can counter that with speed and strength. So it's going to be a fun Friday night.
Had a couple of kids banged up at the scrimmage. How are they looking right now?
Ike's still banged up. He's got an ankle injury that he just tweaked on the sideline. The guy hit his toe and just sort of tweaked it. He's going to be okay. I really got to watch that. It's early in the year. You don't want to lose your quarterback, early in the season. So we're going to really monitor him. And then Jalen Brown's probably about 70% after today. Didn't do any running or anything like that. So he's going to be day-to-day on whether we start him or not, or if he plays. Behind him, Stevie Ramirez really had a good scrimmage. Playing outside linebacker, and then Logan McKibben behind Jalen at running back, who's behind, of course, Colin. But we have some guys that are willing to step up and play those roles if have to, if Jalen can't go. But we're going to be smart with Jalen because, those ankle injuries can be nagging, and they can just reoccur if you don't take care of them. So we're going to make sure that he's where he needs to be. But at Monday report, he'd be about 70% right now.
Okay. We'll talk about Wiley a little more Wednesday, but just over the years, a nice little rivalry has developed between Brownwood and Wiley, and obviously a nice test to start the season. So just your thoughts on Wiley a little bit.
Well, Wiley, number one, they have 60 kids on the roster, so they got a big team. They got a lot. They're able to switch, even their guys play defense. They even got subs that can go in and play defense for them. Same thing on the offensive side. They're new at quarterback and running back. So those guys had to go out there and be tested on Friday night atmosphere. I think they have a middle linebacker that's good. They're big up front. On the offensive line, they're really big. The defensive line, they're big and strong. Got 2 returners on the D line and 3 on the offensive side. I got a real big cornerback, tall kid, and one of their safeties is back. So they're going to be pretty sound. They played in the scrimmage against Wiley and did a good job. They went out and executed, played good defense. Wiley, Abilene High's picked number 12 in 5A Division I, and Wiley played with them. So they're going to be a worthy opponent, no doubt. But, we're fortunate this year right now, without injuries, that we're able to have an offensive group, a defensive group, and then those that aren't really on either one of those that are in backup roles are on special teams. So we feel like if over a span of 4 quarters, if we can just, stay in the ballgame towards the end of the game, we may be able to use our speed and use our strength and endurance and overtake, an opponent. So it's going to be an exciting game, but Wiley's a worthy team. They got a great coaching staff. I know a lot of those guys. They got a great team right now, and it just depends on, who's going to go out there and execute.
Okay. Other sports, a lot of action happened over the weekend. Why don't you let everybody know what happened?
Well, our boys and girls cross country team went to Gym Ned. They always run a fine meet over there, so it's a good opportunity for our kids to measure where we are at the first year. Our girls went over and finished 3rd overall, and I think Sydney Wyndham finished 9th overall, which congratulations to her. She just sort of picked up where she left off last year. And on the boys' side, Luke Gray, who was at Brownwood Line and then moved away. Parents had to move away for a job opportunity, and they've returned, and Luke's back. He's a senior, running cross country, playing basketball, and dang, he didn't go out there and finish 19th overall out of 200 runners. So that's a pretty big accomplishment. So it was neat to see that. He's a big, tall kid. He doesn't look like a cross country kid, but he is a basketball player, and they go out there with Coach Parker and they run cross country to better themselves with their sport, which is basketball, and he goes out there and puts up those numbers. That's a big deal. So I was really pleased with that. Our tennis team went, where'd they go, to Graham?
No, they were here.
They were here. Oh yeah, here. They were here against Graham and Wall. Our girls, our tennis team was successful 11-8, against Graham, and then dropped their match at 17-2, I think, to Wall. Another one of those predominant tennis teams that does extremely well in their division every year is Wall, just like it was when we went to Fredericksburg. Both top-notch teams in the state of Texas. But I think Coach Blasey and Coach Hutchins are doing a great job with those kids, on track to, to grow and to be successful and have another chance to, to make things happen in the spring. In the fall, sorry.
Okay. What else do we have going on this week?
Tuesday, we got volleyball versus a school from Granbury, NTCA from Granbury. That's at 5-5. That's freshman JV at 5, and varsity started at 6. That'll be at Warren Gym and then the old gym. And then, of course, Thursday we have our our sophomore, our combined team. And then we have at 4 o'clock, then we have our freshman maroon at 5. And then we have our JV at 6:30, all at Abilene Wiley. Thursday night. So we got people going a little bit everywhere, and those freshmen gonna get them. I mean, freshman JV gonna get them some action this week too.
There you go. We hadn't talked about sub-varsity that much football-wise. What have you seen out of them so far?
I like the numbers. I like the way that our JV competes. They go out there and get after it. They are extremely hardworking. They're very coachable. I love being around them. Love watching them. I always got a smile on their face. Our freshman team is a group that's was successful in junior high, and they got some good components on that team. They're learning what it's like to be in high school and maturing in all areas, from the classroom to the practices to the games. But they've had success in their scrimmages, and we're excited about the future. We're excited about those kids, their growth and development, and where they're at as a freshman team, where we're at as a sophomore team, and where we're at as a varsity team. We feel like we're right on track with what we want for our program and the development of our program.
Okay. Like we said, we'll talk about Wiley more on Wednesday, but you want to talk a little NASCAR?
Well, there's not much to talk about. My guy got spun out or spun himself out again. He was in third or somewhere in there, and then they probably got 30th. But got to give credit to Star. Her guy won not just the Cup race yesterday. He also won on Saturday in the Xfinity race. He ran that to get some practice like he needs practice. But Kyle Larson is your winner, sweeps the weekend.
No comment, Star?
She can brag. Go ahead, brag. Start bragging a little bit.
Yeah.
My guy has not done well last couple of days. Last couple of races. Yeah.
You're
He's been wrecked twice. I mean, 2 times he got wrecked.
Yeah.
And last time, yesterday, he wrecked himself. He just spun out.
Well, he doesn't even have a ride for sure next year.
He will.
Yeah, he will.
Someone will
Yeah,
pick him up.
yeah.
Just depends
Oh,
on
yeah.
who's going to be smart enough to get him.
Yes. Well, if he can win a race.
No, he'll win races. Star. Don't act like he ain't good, because he is
He
the
is
man.
good. He's good.
He's the
good.
man. He's won more
He just
races.
has been having some issues
Yeah,
lately.
he's been not doing good.
That's all right though. My guy won. So
Yeah, he did. He's a
Yes.
good guy too.
He
Your
is.
guy is a good guy.
yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Derek needs a guy. Hold on, Derek.
Wait, hang
You
on.
need to pick a guy if
No.
you're going to be a part of this.
You can have.
This is like a foreign language
you
to
can
me. I have
Corey
no idea.
LaJoy. Corey LaJoy.
I don't know who these people are. I don't know anything. Y'all pick somebody for me. And if it does well, I'll stick with them. And if not, pick somebody else the next week. How's that
Ricky
sound?
Stenhouse.
I like Rick Stenhouse.
That seems like this kind of guy.
Yeah.
Uncle Jesse Duke.
Yeah, that's Ricky Stenhouse.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
All right. Anything else you want to mention, Coach?
Yeah, we got to thank those that make this show possible. Of course, Auto Glass Magic, Brunner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Trevor Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investment, Henrik Medical, Howard Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Heartland Funeral Home, Landmark Life, MC Bank, Painter Johnson Associates, Smith and Sharp Agencies, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teas.
All right. Well, that'll wrap up today's Coaches Show. We'll be back Wednesday here on KOXE, KOXE.com, the KOXE app, and the KOXE Facebook pages.
Enjoy the rain. Have a great day, Brownwood.